and that's going to bring up this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
First thing you want to do is you want to just click. You can click anywhere on this, not on these, but anywhere. Like you can just click on this little part right here and right click. And you're going to click on Initialize Patch.
Okay.
That's going to reset everything on this. So now there's nothing. There's no sounds, no nothing.
Okay.
So then now you can go in here.
Where?
And so this is
What did you click on?
So this, see where it says Initialize Patch?
Yeah.
There's the Save button and there's the Open Folder button. There's two of them. This one's for each individual sound.
Yeah.
Each individual one you click on here. This one is for the whole thing in general.
Okay.
And so you open that. And so it's going to say Kong Kits. Kong Kits. If you click on that, there's like all these ones, the names of them.
Those are all sounds?
These are just kits. So if you click on like hip hop kits, now it has a bunch of different.
Those ones don't. Files don't show though. It looks like.
Yeah. So these are not sound. These are not. This has everything on one deal. So like if you click on Bay Street, now watch.
Oh wow, dope.
Yeah. So it's all you just.
Damn.
And then if you want, you could just click the down button right here, and the down button will go to the next one.
Oh, dope. Sounds like they're kind of. Gotcha.
So then, that's all your basically your standard drum kits.
So how do you lay down now, just a quick little drum kit?
So now, what you want to do first, two things, is hit this pre. That's going to pre-count. So it's going to be like tick, 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 and then boom, you'll jump in. And then the click, that's what you want to do, and that'll click and it'll play while the song's playing and while you're adding sounds and shit like that. And then this loop.
Where's the loop?
See right there?
Yeah.
Make sure that's on, because what that's going to do is basically from this L right here to this R, it's going to loop. So it's going to play from here to here, go back and start all over.
Okay.
Here to here. So you can either leave it right there or you can put it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it just depends on how many measures. This is one measure, 2 measures, 3 measures. I usually do like 2 measures. So 16 bars.
Okay.
Wait, 4. Sorry, no, not 16, 8 bars. Because one measure is 4 bars. And so now basically if I hit play, see how you can see it moving through that?
Where?
Right there.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
So it depends on how fast you want the beat.
And how do you change that tempo
so the
tick?
tempo's right here. See it on the bottom right here. I'll show it, just kind of pointing.
You just
and
type
you just
it
click
in?
on it once, and then like depends on how fast you want the beat. So if you want to, like I do some like 160, and then go back. So if I hit R, that's gonna start the count. Or no, so sorry, not R. Control Enter.
So you hit Control R to record that?
Yeah, and then the space bars to hit play and to stop.
So can you do record right there? Just hit record there and it'll start?
Yes.
Okay, so same thing.
So, and then
so
Control
it records.
Z will stop what you're doing. This measure is kind of long. I would say just do this one measure.
So record it, just that snare for me real quick. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so let's just do. So count in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now it's done.
Now you can just play it?
Yes. But I did forget to. So one thing I forgot to tell you, because this is gonna fuck it up. hit that Q rec. What that does is that quantizes the beat, so it perfects that beat without having to quantize it. But if you need to quantize it, then you have it highlighted. You go to Edit, go down here to Quantize Notes, and boom, it's quantized. So let's start at the beginning. Why is it not going back to the beginning? There we go. Now you can just... So now when you record the drums, it's going to go back into this little box because it's all on that one track.
Yeah.
And you can always edit it if you double click on this. That brings up to edit it. So you can always do it that way.
What
I
do you
just
mean?
don't.
Just move those snares around?
Yeah, so if
they're
you
not
want
on
to take
beat
out,
or something?
They're on beat right now.
Because of the quantize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so see how the volumes are all weirded out?
Yeah.
So if you highlight all of them, and then you click on these double dots up here, the equal box, that'll level it out. And then if you want to turn it up, turn it down, you could do it right here instead of over here.
Where?
You could do it right here where it says velocity.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You just turn it up or turn it down. And then see how it brings those up. So now... Okay, so now we want to... Okay, so let's say, just so you know this, so now, let's say I don't like these drums, okay? So let's say you don't like them. So that's when you're going to go into this little open thing right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Browse drum patches. And you click on Reason Factory Sound Bank, and then you're going to click on Kong Patches, Kong Sounds and Samples, and then we're doing drums, so you're going to go to bass drums, and you just click on it once, and that gives you the sound. So now it's already assigned to it, but to complete...
So that's a whole kit? It fills up all that whole patch?
No, just this one sound.
Just that one sound.
Because you're only clicking on that one little box.
Okay.
The one little pad.
Right.
So like, let's say you like that, or you can go, if you hit the down button, the down arrow on the keyboard here, that goes to the next one, and it plays them all. Okay, so let's hit OK. And now I want to add a kick to that. So it pre-counts again.
Wait, you have another track?
No, this is the same one.
So you put into this bass on the same one that's already there.
Yes.
You're not making a different one. Okay.
No, because that's the only thing that I don't like about this Kong, is it's putting everything on this one track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because then that's why I say, like, I mean, you can always, like I said, it's easier for me to use the NN19.
Can you make another track to do a different patch, like on there too, or
not to do a different patch? It'll just bring up another one of these. That's what another one of these Kongs. So that's why I use the NN19s, because the NN19 you can put a clap on one, and then a kick on another one, and it'll break them down in each track here, and then all you got to do is slide them and copy and paste them and shit.
Why don't you do that?
Okay.
Try that real quick.
Okay, so then
I can see to do instead of being trapped in that one.
Okay, so now we're gonna leave that Kong, since we already have the clap on there. We're just gonna leave it for the fuck of it. So now you want to just click in the black area.
Yeah.
Right click, and click on NN19 Digital Sampler. That's this. Okay. So now it has sounds on it right now.
Dope, dude.
And you don't want, I mean,
it just automatically loads.
Yeah, it automatically has sounds on there. We don't want that right now. We want the kicks or whatever. So then just click.
I want to use sounds. Like, how do you change?
I'll show you how to use some other sounds.
Sorry, I'm getting too excited.
No, it's okay. So you could just click in any of this open area, not where any buttons are at. Just click in, like, right here.
Yeah.
And then right click. And then what you want to do is click on Initialize Patch. And that's going to clear everything out of here, so there's nothing on there now.
Okay.
So then, now you want to go in here where this file folder is right here. That's the sampler. So now if you go here, it's already got little sounds on there. But we want to use a kick. So again, you're going back to the Reason Factory Sound Bank. You're still going into Kong Patches. But now you're going to go into Kong Sounds and Samples.
Okay.
And then bass bass drums, and that's gonna do the same thing.
Sweet.
See what this will do is now is it takes that drum and it puts it higher or lower. So listen.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
See, so this is the main. Looks like this is the main where this is the actual sample.
Yeah.
And then it just gets deeper.
Dope. That's fucking sick.
Now, see how it has another track now.
Oh, it just adds it?
Yeah. So it automatically does that for you. So now if you hit the record button or Control Enter, then it's going to count in real quick. So now it might be off because of that dun because I don't know. I'll have to find
Either
out.
way, you just...
So what you want to do is if you're quantizing and if it's off, then you're going to go to Window and Show Tool Window. And that's going to bring up this little thing right here. And if you click on
Where?
this little thing right here,
Okay.
it says Tool Window. And then you click on Sequencer Tools. That tells you that right now the value is 16ths. So it's probably not going to catch that doom because that's usually like well, actually it might do it in 16ths because it's fast beat. So let's see. Yeah, it did. So now you got it on there. Let's say that sounds a little off. You can always go to click on it once, and then go to. You can always hit quantize and hit apply, and that'll quantize that sound. So if it's off, it automatically should be quantizing because it's already set down here to quantize record. So just remember that it should stay on there. Now that I clicked it.
Yeah.
All right. So then you can either have this stay there, or you can just hit X, and then you can always go back to it if you click on Window.
Yeah.
And Show Tool Window. So that's how you can bring it back up if you need to.
Okay.
So now we got that drums.
What if you just want to try it again? You don't like this one, and you said, I want to try it again.
Okay, so then you just
Scratch.
click on it. You want to click off because it's automatically going to be clicked. But sometimes when you're adding different sounds, it'll take you and have you want to delete the sampler and all that shit. You don't want to do that. So what I'll usually do is just click in the open area once. See how it de-highlighted that?
Okay.
So if you click on it again, you'll see the black square.
Yeah.
So if you just click on here, it takes it off. So now you want to click on that and let's just say delete. Boom. Simple as that.
Okay.
So now you just... So then you always want... There's your click to turn that click back on so it helps you with the timing. And then it doesn't... The one thing I don't like about Reason is it stops... It starts... wherever it stops at, it doesn't automatically rewind to the beginning of that. So you have to... I'm trying to figure out how to do it because this is different than mine. Let's see here, options. I'll have to remember and I'll tell you how to do that. Just to make sure that it brings it back all the time. Because if not, you have to hit the space button or hit just or not space button, I'm sorry, the stop button a couple times and it'll bring it back.
Oh, okay.
So it takes it back to the beginning.
Stop button twice brings it back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, if you want to re-record, just So then now you just got it. So then now you got that. Okay. So you want it always, you could turn the click off, turn it back on. Okay. And so if you hit these little arrows right here,
yeah,
what that's going to do is going to minimize it. See how they went away?
Oh, okay.
And you just see too. So it just makes it smaller for you. So now we're going to just mess around and add a sound. So if you right click, these are all the sounds right here. The Subtractor, Thor, Maelstrom, NN19, NNXT, Dr. Octorex. That plays basically like samples. So sometimes there will automatically be samples. I don't really mess with samples. So you'll have to mess around with that shit. And then the red drum, that's another like drum type of thing, kind of like this, but it's just different. So let's add Thor. Okay. So there's our sound. So if you hit the folder now to browse patch, now you're in Thor. So now you can go to voice and choir, texture, sequence, rhythmic, all these. It'll give you a little list right here to mess with.
So if you put one sample, it just plays the same thing, different tones, different notes. Oh, that's great, dude.
So like, let's say we like that. Oops, my bad. Messed up on that one. Let's just say that's how you like it.
Okay.
Okay.
How do I export all of this into one WAV file?
So
like
once
this?
you're done making the beat and you break it down and all that shit, you go to File, Export Song as Audio File.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then you just save it to like your desktop, whatever.
Do it.
And it'll break the song down. So like, let's just say start template 1. We'll just save it as that. So then I don't mess with that. That's good. Hit OK. And basically it's going to start from here to here. It's going to stop right there. This is the end.
So it recorded all.
Yeah. So just those little sounds right now recorded.
Right.
So like.
Yeah, it's not gonna play it. I have to put the headphones on or something, but I get it. But that's an audio file, though. Yeah, that's fine. That's all I needed. It's not because there's no speakers plugged into it's plugged into this.
Okay, yeah. So then that's what it is, and so.
But yeah, it's a file. That's all I need. File. You just showed me everything I need.
Yeah, it's a WAV file.
That's all I need. I wanted to get this to record in here my little drums or samples or whatever I want, and then move them back to Cubase.
And then let me
from that file.
And then let me just check your.
I don't see. The only thing is I don't see how you added. Show me how you found this device, the MP4D, from scratch. Remember how you got on my computer and you found it right away?
Yeah, I'll show you.
After this, that's the only thing I really need to know in case for some reason this gets disconnected.
So let's say you're hitting a key and it sounds like it's a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
That's that buffer size. You want to adjust that until right now I have it to where it's pretty
okay.
On, you know.
Well, how did you get to this preferences?
Okay. So go to Edit. All the way down here to Preferences.
Yeah.
And then it's already selected automatically on auto. But general is other shit. So if you just go to auto, there's your buffer size. So you just adjust that.
And you could play it while you're doing that.
So right now I would just leave it because it's perfect.
Nice.
So it's pretty good. And that's it. Yeah, you just So now you open this up and let's say you're trying to figure this out. Okay, so you're gonna go back to Preferences and click on Keyboard and Control Services. Okay, And so we're going to delete that. Okay. So auto detect services is what you want to try to first. And then you just tap on this and see if it finds it. And it may not. So let's see if it does. Okay, no keyboards or control surfaces auto detected. So hit OK. Now we're going to click on add.
Mm-hmm.
And then where it says non-selected,
Mm-hmm.
well, this one you're going to select that Akai or whatever it is
That's
called.
where you found it. You found it in there. Or
Yeah,
Akai,
so you hit that, and then it has a list of those little things.
See, Cubase,
So
I tried to do this in Cubase, and Cubase would not list this thing. So that's why I couldn't put it in there.
Yeah,
And
I don't mess with Cubase. I love Reason.
I hear you, but I can master
you-
and engineer on Cubase
Yeah.
and do it all the way to the end.
Mhm.
So it's like Pro Tools. So that's why I need it, you know. But I want to do this here and then put that on Cubase, you know.
Yeah.
But you already showed me how to do that. Now we're adding the device.
Yeah. So now.
So you clicked on it.
Yeah. So I clicked on the MD24.
MPD24, yep.
And then you'll hit find, because it's right now. See, actually, if it shows import output, sometimes it'll say not selected. But if you hit the drop down menu, it might just recognize it right there. Boom.
Yeah, it did.
And then right there. But if it doesn't, then you'll click on find and see, and then you just tap on the key. See it, how it automatically found it?
Oh, yeah.
And then just hit choose. Now it's got it on there. It's got a picture of your
Sweet.
thing.
Yeah,
You just hit OK,
that's great.
and then the X button, and now you're.
That's what's up. That's everything, bro. 21
much
minutes. You just described my whole life in 20 minutes.